Buenos días a toda mi familia. Universal oneness.
You're done though.
Let's get down to it, man.
Drop that information today for the family.
For all my family down by the island. Coming to break it down too.
Big up yourself. You already know.
Boom.
Look,
so today what we're gonna be breaking down, shot.
So today we're gonna be talking about this 12, man. We're gonna be getting into the body today, right?
All right.
We're gonna be linking that chemistry with the Zodiacs, astrology.
Right. Showing y'all the knowledge that we've been teaching y'all without, going in now within. All right, family.
So y'all could have a better understanding, right?
So these 12, we was teaching y'all about these 12. These 12 has the 12 disciples. 12. As you see right here, and the sun being the sun going through.
The sun?
The 12 disciples, all right?
Buddha. Who? Krishna. Horus.
All these are sons, all right?
So we showed y'all the cycle in this previous work. So the work we're going to show you today, we just want to give a special thanks to Dr. Carey, Dr. Perry,
Santos,
you already know the elders and everybody who laid the foundation for us to go ahead and build today.
All right. Today our education, our main purpose is to educate the minds for the people to elevate. Bring salvation to the self, knowledge of within.
Alright.
Okay.
And understand the true ascension that needs to be taken place. Alright.
Okay, so the 12 disciples, the 12 pillars, the 12 months, the 12 mineral salts. We go into today.
That's what we're dealing with today.
These are the 12 block cells.
The 12 building blocks for the foundation family of the body.
Otherwise known as the pyramid.
Alright.
Alright, the capstone on the pyramid.
Capstone on the pyramid family.
Because when we have the pyramid, when we look at the pyramid, they say, oh, the pyramid is missing the total capstone, right?
It masons.
All right? And it's symbolizing the perfection of man. And until man is perfected, all right, then the capstone must be placed.
Right.
All right?
It's symbolizing the imperfection of man. So it has to be there. So what is the capstone?
All right? So as you go through 9 months of birth, you receive how many salts? 9 mineral salts.
9. You don't.
So you will be missing 3 mineral salts, and these 3 mineral salts will be the mineral salts you will be deficient in.
See?
Alright.
See, if you say you're missing these 3 mineral salts,
see?
That will be a quadrant will be a pyramid shape.
That will be a triangle or a quadrant, or your final capstone to complete your perfection.
Man's
perfection. Symbolizing your perfection of man.
It's all about the perfection of the body and the mind, family. We're gonna get into
these are the mineral salts, all right? So the system is a whole block of 12. The 12 systems are, we got the vascular system, we got the respiratory system,
the cardio system, and on, family.
All right, etc., etc. Okay.
All right. The body, the 12 minerals is like we said, the building blocks of the body. So we're going to do a little recap of what we did before with the 4 cardinal points and the movement of the sun, and then we're gonna go within and tell you about the cell salts.
All right.
The cell salts. All right.
These 4 cardinal points are what? Very important days or gateways.
Gateways. This is where most cultures have their what? Holidays, celebrations.
And holidays. You get what I'm saying? So now we gonna focus today mainly on Aries and Taurus. Aries is the ram and Taurus is the bull. All right.
Which is what?
The head
and the neck.
All right.
Which is the cerebrum and the cerebellum.
All right. All the dualities you know.
All right.
All right. All the dualities. Adam and Eve. Adam, Eve. Jesus, Satan.
Osiris, Isis.
Devil. Higher, lower.
Shiva.
This will be the ram and the bull. All right. Ram is Rama. High Ram above.
What is Ram in Sanskrit mean? High, family.
All right. High priest.
High. That's Aries.
So when we go into the Hindu script, what we see, what is symbol at the Rama. All right. And Rama, we understand that the system is set up two ways, right? We have the spiritual way, and we have the way that's run by the corporate and the
the lower mind.
The lower mind is
spiritual mind, and you got the animal mind.
All right.
The heart. We're gonna get into that today.
So,
So with that being said, we're gonna tell you about the 12 minerals in your body, right?
All right.
Which will be. We're gonna be focusing a lot on this book today. We're gonna be reading from here, so hopefully you can follow along.
All right.
Get into it with us.
So drop some gem for the family.
All right. So we need y'all to understand the salts.
The source of salvation.
Source of salvation. So the two sources we're gonna be focusing on today, because we doing this in episodes, right?
All right.
The two sources will be Aries and Taurus, right?
Aries and Taurus.
Which is Kali, phosphate in Aries.
All right.
And sulfate, sodium in Taurus, right, family?
All right. And this is the head, the main part, the head area,
The neck.
and the neck. Okay. The ram and the bull. Okay. So remember in the Bible when Moses was telling his people, yo, why you stuck over here worshiping the bull? You stuck in the lower mind. And Moses is trying to take you up.
Moses is trying to take you up to the higher mind.
To the high mind.
So let's
to
show
the higher self.
So before we get there, let's show the family some pictures so they can understand.
All right. So
this is ancient pictures of people who understand this knowledge and put it in symbolism. So let's look at it.
Because the way to hide things would be hiding in plain sight, but with symbolism for people to understand. Only the people that are connected, who's able to receive all this spiritual knowledge from nature, from the universe, from the divine, okay, would allow you to elevate your mind, elevate yourself into a better way of thinking, into a better way of acting, into a better way of being, with universal oneness, unity. All right. So let's show them the picture.
All right. So let's get these pictures in line.
All right.
So okay, I know y'all seen this picture before, right, family?
This is a very famous picture, and we're gonna break down the knowledge for y'all today. Boom.
See this?
All right. That will be what?
God reaching out. Look.
God reaching out to mankind, right?
The lower mind,
the lower mind, and the higher mind.
See,
your cerebrum and your cerebellum.
Cerebrum, cerebellum. Moses coming down and telling the bull, the animal mind.
Trying to touch and tell them, yo, why y'all stuck down there? Y'all gotta come up to the higher mind of thinking, higher mind of being.
You see that? Okay. That's the mind.
Y'all gotta come up to heaven. To the land flowing with milk and honey.
So that's what this represents. That's when Moses came down and he saw his people worshiping the golden calf.
Okay.
He said, why you in the lower mind?
Why you stop worshiping that golden calf? Because
remember, the cerebellum is the bull, that's Taurus, so that's the lower mind.
All right, and he's trying to bring him up
to the higher mind.
Okay.
So the cerebrum, right, which is heaven. Milk and honey, family.
All right.
All right.
So let's understand the knowledge.
Let's understand the hidden symbolism within these
beautiful
paintings and these scriptures.
Have so much history behind them.
And meaning.
All right.
They're reaching out to tell you, come up to the higher mind, come into yourself.
Come up where I'm at, where God is at. So I'm waiting for you.
And we're gonna tell you the ways to get there.
Okay.
Through the chemistry.
Through the chemistry. Okay. Boom. So today, as you say, we're going to focus on Aries and Taurus, all right?
All right.
The ram, right? Ascension of meridian.
Yeah. Highest point.
The highest point. Heaven, up. The highest point, all right?
Which is what?
We have what? 4 cardinal points, right? We have 4 cardinal points. These cardinal points are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So in Hindu,
right.
Okay, why do we keep seeing
the symbolism
these
that
guys?
we not understanding? We thinking it's spooky, right?
So we gonna understand again. Show them another picture. Let's show another picture.
Let's get another.
All right, and we gonna show y'all how through these faces you go cardinal, fixed, mutable, cardinal, fixed, mutable, cardinal, fixed, mutable, cardinal, fixed, mutable, and cardinal will be who in the Hindu script?
Cardinal.
Brahma.
The creator.
Fixed will be who?
Vishnu. Mutable will be who? Shiva.
And if we go into the Jew, it will be Israel. Okay?
What you get when you put Israel, family? You put Isis with Ra, and you get El, the child, the bull.
Okay?
The Elohim.
The creator, the preserver, and the destroyer.
Brahma is the creator. Vishnu, the preserver. Shiva, the destroyer. And
that's telling you the sun is going through these 3 stages. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Okay?
So let's show you the 4 cardinal points in the symbolism. You always notice why these guys have the 4 arms, family? And people say it's spookism. Right? No, it's not spookism, it's symbolism. As we understand that in Hindu, their feet are mostly crossed. Okay? So their ways to use symbol would be to just put their feet next to them.
and just use it to overtell you the same knowledge, which is I'm going through 4 cardinal points.
So you got to understand these 4 arms is representation of what? The 4 cardinal points.
So what? We have Brahma going through 4 cardinal points. We have Vishnu going through 4 cardinal points. We have Shiva going through
4 cardinal points.
All right.
So that's what these 4 arms represent, the 4 cardinal points, because this is the true science which everybody in every culture follows, family.
All right. So we got cardinal, fixed, mutable. All right. So they all go through stages. So Vishnu goes through 4 stages of fixed. Shiva goes through 4 stages of mutable. Right? And Brahma will go through 4 stages of cardinal, which will be the creator, the preserver, and the destroyer.
Right.
All right.
So that's what the 4 limbs represent.
All right.
Because remember, we've been showing you this is the philosopher's stone, right? So we're gonna syncretize one more thing. We're gonna go to the Jewish high priest, right? We're gonna show you an image, right?
All right.
So here we go with this image here. What is this? Tell the family about this one here, Box. What is this? A Jewish who?
Right. The
High
Jewish
priest.
high priest. Why does the Jewish have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12
precious stones on his chest?
Stones. Why wouldn't these precious stones be the 12? The 12 months, the 12 zodiacs, the 12 pillars, the 12 disciples, the 12 sons of Jacob.
12. Look.
Okay.
They divided up into what? 4.
4. All right. And they all got what? Rows of 3s.
With 3 animals in their family. What could that be?
That's the 4 seasons.
All right.
As we get spring, summer, autumn or fall, and winter, family.
So
winter.
So I hope y'all see the syncretism with this is the Jewish high priest. This plate represents the philosopher's stone. This is King Arthur at the round table. This is Jesus and the 12 disciples.
Okay.
Everybody's talking about the same thing, the oneness, the universal oneness, family.
As you turn your lead into gold.
The alchemy of understanding this wisdom, right? So let's start really going into this right now.
Okay, so we understand that this is like a war. All right, because the cerebrum and cerebellum only differs in the ending. All right, only differs in the ending, which is the higher mind and the lower mind. Sarah and Abraham, left, right, on and off. Okay, these are all at war per se, mythologically. All right, and you want to preserve, or you want to be more like the sun or on or light or God, and focus your energy up here in heaven, all right? And not so much down here in the cerebellum where the bull is, okay? So we got to start understanding, family.
Understanding the knowledge of what's really going on. And start seeing that the human mind is able to unify all things, family.
All things.
The oneness of all things, right? And because you understand, in this lying world, everything is separated.
You got what? Black and white.
Black and white, white color, blue color. You got Republican, Democrat. You got Catholics, Christians. You got third world, first world, right?
And today we coming to bring that unity, straight universal oneness to show you
through the ancient wisdom.
There's no way. There's no reason why we should be with all these labels on us.
When we all talking about the same thing.
You see?
But you see people talking about, you gotta understand, yes, religion is division and control too, but it was based upon a certain foundation.
Exactly, and these is ancient knowledge taught from way back then.
Mystics.
Like
and
mystics.
All of these people, family, wisdom keepers.
And before it was in these books, given to the way now that we gotta really search in things, for these things and for the ascension, it was a way of life.
It was a way people live it.
Okay,
you can see
people
it
used to live
these
it.
cultures. Egypt, Kenya, China, India.
And then who came? The Romans came. And they say what?
They call them pagans, and they start burning the temples of the Greeks and Hermes and
all these great the great library in Alexandria. Burn all these great beautiful books.
You gotta learn about the library in Alexandria.
So-called, or what we will call temple of God, temple of man. People that taught you how to ascend the right knowledge. Okay.
And the temple, the library of Alexandria was an amalgamation of all the world religion that was being studied.
Being studied around the world, around the globe.
Until who came in? The Roman, the Christians, the church, and they start calling it paganism. And they started crucifying, having crusades.
Exactly. And with dirty money, they were able to make everybody around the world think one way, but it wasn't the right way. So then all of us fell into a trap. We're trying to get you out of this trap.
We're trying to teach you the wisdom that Dr. Perry laid within the cell salts that's within, how to rise up in 33 vertebrae to get the Christ consciousness,
and get crucified. When you get crucified where? Here. Before you get up and you go see God. Where's God? Up top at the head. Right. We get Athens, and from Athens we get the word who? Attic. And attic is what? Shop? Attic
is what? What you have? Attic is the highest room in your house.
The highest room? What's the highest room in your house?
You don't want to be in the basement. You want to be in the attic. From Athens or Attis, which is what? The cerebral.
The higher mind.
Aries.
Okay, Aries, Rama, Ram.
Right. Ram means high in Sanskrit.
Okay.
Look at this picture for the family.
All right.
So we told y'all we're going to focus on Aries and Taurus today, right?
Okay.
Which is what? The potassium phosphate or kali phosphate and sulfate sodium, right?
All right. So and this is what? The human body.
This is the human. This is the 12 disciples. This is the 12 nerves, the cardinal nerves.
The 12 sons of Jacob. And if we go into the Bible again.
Come on.
Who is this? This is Jacob.
And his 12 sons.
Okay, this is Jacob, the twin of
Esau. If you go in the Bible, Jacob and Esau was twins, family.
All right. So and Esau came out first.
And Jacob was holding on to his what?
Heel.
His heel.
Because heel means what?
Jacob means what?
Heel.
Jacob means heel catch, and heel means what, family?
Helios, or what? The sun.
Sun.
Okay?
That's why you Helios, that's why you have a soul in your heel, family. The sole of your foot is touching the head.
Right? So he was the heel catcher.
The heel catcher. That's Jacob.
Horus in Egypt was known as the healer of nations. Alright?
And healing comes from Helios.
Because healing comes from Helios, the sun, up above, who brings salvation every day. Once he's conquered the temptations in the wilderness of the dark, or in the winter time, and when we talk about the seasons, okay? Bringing you spring or summer to your life.
To your life, family. All right. So let's start understanding this. So let's go into this book and start reading.
So now we're gonna go into the book and we're gonna give y'all, share some gems. Okay.
We highlighted some gems that we go. It's a lot of gems that we gonna have to leave behind, but
we gonna try and share as much as possible so we can just keep it going, keep building. Universal oneness. Let's get it.
Let's get it, right? So this is some highlighted quotes that we feel that you need to hear, family.
Alright.
Alright. So in the chaotic and materialistic age, this is the introduction to the book, the Zodiac and the Source of Salvation by Dr. Carey and Perry, right?
Okay.
So it says,
shout out Bonacci for the reference as well.
You already know, Santos Bonacci. Look, in chaotic and mysterious age, he discovered and published a priceless key, which unlocks the door to mental as well as physical health.
Okay.
The understanding and use of this key will accomplish the physical-chemical process whereby mankind may regenerate.
All right, so may regenerate. The possibility to may regenerate. All right, all this knowledge can make you elevate.
To be born again, to clean your cells, new body, new mind.
Because all these cells that we're talking about gets differentiated.
Right.
Okay? And it's either alkalinity or acid.
Right.
Alright?
We're gonna teach you how to alkalize your cells and all of that.
Alright.
We'll get into that.
Let's get in.
Right? So the understanding and use of this key will accomplish the physiological, chemical, process where mankind will regenerate, right, family?
Okay.
So this means the slow but sure rise from physical and mental degeneracy, disease, unhappiness, and death to the glorious state in which the heritage of everyone's perfection. So this salts and these minerals is to get to perfection.
All right.
The perfect mind.
Because remember we said the pyramid,
Right? You need a capstone. You need to put your capstone on your pyramid.
So you gotta put your capstone on your pyramid.
You need to go up to the cerebrum. You need to stop laying on your animal mind.
And the capstone would be the 3 months minerals that you didn't get when you came out of the 9 months. Because if you would, you need the missing 3. Alright, these are the missing 3 that you're missing to get your final capstone and graduate.
To be perfect,
to be a perfect man, a
right?
perfect woman, a perfect goddess, a perfect king, queen.
Like in Matthew chapter 5, verse 48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect.
Alright.
So we're going to relate everything to the zodiacs, to the chemicals in your body, so you can have a better understanding, right?
Taking the knowledge, going in within. Alright, family?
Alright, so let's continue. Our solar system is entering once again in the cycle of ages. The sign of Aquarius, the son of man. Those who know the sign of Aquarius,
the son of man.
And those who know truth or any part of it must write, speak, and live it.
Alright.
Let me read that again.
Break it down again, man.
Aquarius, the son of man, and those who know the truth or any part of it must write, speak, and live it.
And remember how we said we was entering the age of Aquarius with the mindset in 2012, this vibratory frequency that we're entering.
This is the Aquarius age, the age of knowing, the age of knowledge. Alright?
Okay? So we're going from I believe to I know. Alright? This is the transition. This is the positioning of the sun, giving you energy every day.
Alright, so let's keep it pushing, family. Those who know the truth or any part of it must write, speak, and live it. Boom. Aquarius is the humanitarian or human sign. The planet vibration.
Ooh.
The planet vibration, Uranus is the ruler of the vision of the zodiac.
Alright.
Which is in the path of the solar system, right?
Okay.
Therefore, this is the age of truth.
The age of truth.
Those who work with and for it are working in harmony with natural law.
In one with nature, family.
So you hear that?
We in one with nature. If you're working with these vibratory laws,
in Aquarius age,
you in one with nature. Nature will allow you to receive these spiritual connection with him.
Blessings. Because remember it said,
because you're in one with them. Okay?
Remember it said that those who know the truth or any part of it must write, speak, and live it. So I know y'all seen everybody waking up and waking up to the knowledge and waking up to the wrongdoings of the government and everybody in the religion and all that. So that's what this is talking about, right? So therefore, in the age of truth, those who work with and for it are working in harmony with natural law.
Harmony.
And while those who follow the opposite course will wonder why they are not prospering.
Okay. So people will fall behind because they will be stuck on the old ways of the Piscean age.
The old age of Jesus.
The old ways. So they're going to be stuck, not wanting to let go. So they're going to be stuck on that vibration. Right. When the sun is saying, yo, I'm over here now. I need you to come up now. Because I'm going up to a higher vibration. And if you can't get with me, then you're going to have to be left behind.
You're going to have to.
So we have to start understanding and get in tune with one and one with nature. Okay? To start receiving the spiritual consciousness.
Because remember, it's only truth that matters. Opinions do not count, family.
Opinions don't count. It's only truth that matters.
Let's go. Let's keep it moving because we got a lot to get into today, right?
Boom.
So, alright, so let's go to, the Bible most truly states a great chemical fact. Leviticus 17:11.
Alright.
In the following words, for the life of the flesh is in the blood.
Okay.
For it is the blood that marking an atonement for the soul.
Okay.
So what is atonement?
Atonement. What is atonement, family?
Let's break it down.
Atonement is at one ment, or mente in Spanish, or mind, at one mind with God.
Alright.
Okay?
Atonement, right? The harmony, right? Alright, so let's continue. Alright, each one of us represents a consensus and aggregated of vibration, a subtotal of those present in nature at the time we come into birth.
Okay.
Indeed, it is what makes birth possible.
All right.
A certain rate of vibration is manifested at a particular time and a corresponding result is produced.
Okay.
Whatsoever a man soweth, that he shall reap.
He shall reap. In other words,
Sowing and
birth,
reaping is what?
birth and death, or rebirth
Constitutes
and
of
death.
what? Sowing and reaping.
Okay,
All
but
right.
it's not physical. Again, we talking about what? The birth and rebirth of the soul.
About the oil that you gotta rise, about the minerals you need in your body.
Because we understand that this is your temple.
The temple.
Okay, and this is the temple of who?
Come on, give it to them.
The temple of Solomon.
Otherwise known as what?
The soul of man. Okay?
Right?
The soul of man, or the sun and the moon.
Or the sun and the moon, right?
Okay? So if you understand that this is the temple of the soul of man, okay, it doesn't matter what car you're driving. It doesn't matter if you're driving a white or a black car. Alright? So this would be like my car. It's who's driving inside the car. It's the spirit inside.
It's inside.
Alright?
You want to get to your spiritual self, your cerebrium, family.
Okay? So me and him might be from the same place. Alright? But we might be wearing different cars.
You feel me?
We might be white or we might be black. Okay?
But it's all about the
But
ascension.
it's all about the ascension. It's all talking about who? The person driving the car, the person
the
inside
soul.
you, the soul.
That's
Family,
what
the
they
soul
talk
of
about. So
man.
don't get caught up in all these
Labels.
and divisions.
divisions.
That's they have us in, so we don't see the true knowledge and understand
Okay.
what we need to understand.
So if you
I see people focus on breaking down certain things, and they don't want to show the people the wisdom to elevate. We understand the division. We know the control that the
Exactly.
government and the religion have between us.
But what's going to be the only way we're going to triumph over all of this? With universal oneness, family.
When we show you that, you could elevate and you could understand, yo, these people was all talking about one thing, but
Exactly.
certain people didn't have knowledge of self.
So when you don't have knowledge yourself, then you're able to be controlled, family.
Control you in the animal state of mind.
Exactly.
You're
So
not up there yet.
they got you like a lock by your head.
You're living in the cerebellum, the lower
Alright.
mind. Right?
So once they got you stuck in the lower mind, it's up to you to make your salvation. They ain't gonna save you, family.
They
Ain't no savior gonna come and save you.
ain't no
family.
savior come up that you're gonna meet in the air with rapture, family.
Alright? It's all about you, family.
It's all about you. It's about you
Your ascension. You
It's about
saving
you.
yourself. You
Saving
coming to
the
knowledge
oil.
of self.
rising
See?
it back up.
Boom. Going up and meeting God at the right hemisphere where the Lion of Judah
Because
sits.
remember, the human head is
who?
the beginning. It's
Alright.
the beginning. The human head is the beginning, family, of the
Beginning.
body. And it's formed by a vibratory law.
Ooh.
You hear that, family? The human head is the beginning. It's formed by a vibratory law.
Alright.
Alright, by the very minerals and atoms are grouped, what? Together, and cells are formed. Right? So let's keep it pushing, right, family? So now, alright, we got a lot to get into.
Get into Aries.
Aries is the first
Go
one we're
into
gonna get
Aries
to.
and we're gonna break down their head. Alright?
And remember that the temple of God, this is the temple of God.
Alright, the temple of man, or the temple of Solomon. Okay? So we got to get out of the animalistic way or the lower mind of thinking and go up to the higher mind and thinking or the God consciousness. Alright?
Man struggling up to the sunlight, up from mere clay.
Okay.
Fighting through wars and jungles, and sometimes learning to pray.
Okay.
And sometimes a king with a scepter, and sometimes a slave with a hood. Some people call it karma, others call it God.
Okay.
Right? That was just a little quote in the Bible, family.
Alright?
Let's keep it pushing. Alright? Let's go to the Aries salt family. Right here.
Now we're going to break down the Aries, the ram, the head, what they got to say about the head. So we can get into the head and break down the knowledge.
Right before we get into the head, let's tell them what the cell salts are found in our food, family.
Okay, this is how we receive these
These
cell
cell
salts.
salts that we're talking about that you need
Alright?
in your body to elevate. The cell salts are carried in food, where they carry on the process of life.
Alright?
Alright? So this is some law of chemical affinity to keep the human form and body functions working, family. Alright?
So to keep that functioning would be like what? The engine for your car. This would be the engine, all the organs. Everything inside you will be the engine to your car. Okay? And you gotta have the oil, the right oil, and everything.
Your liver is your filter, family. Alright?
Your oil is your blood. Okay? Symbolically in the picture, they drink wine, symbolizing the blood again. That's
so yeah.
So we see that the blood is the oil.
Alright?
Okay? The oil is the oil to your car, as we was just explaining.
So what does it say? All who desire physical regeneration should strive by every means within their reach to build new tissues, nerve fluids, and brain cells, thus making new bottles for new wine.
Alright? New wine, family.
Right? The parable of turning water into wine at the marriage at Cana in Galilee is a literal statement of process taking place every heartbeat in the human organism.
Alright, every heartbeat.
Alright?
Dun dun dun.
You see that? You see that?
Dun, dun.
Come on, let's get it.
Heartbeat.
Galilee means a circle of water or fluid. The circulatory system. Cana means dividing place, the lungs.
Alright.
Right? So, skip on to the other side where it says, natural man or natural things must be raised from the level of nature to the supernatural in order to realize new concepts that the lies waiting for recognition above the solar plex that is above animal or natural man.
Okay.
So above the solar plex is the higher self.
The higher self, family.
Then the bottom of the solar plex is the lower self, family, the animal mind, family. You feel me? You gotta understand that and keep it pushing, family. So let me read one more passage and we'll pass it on to my brother and we'll get into the Aries. So, right? The positive pole of being must be lifted up from the kingdom of earth, animal desire below the solar plex to the pineal gland, which connects the cerebellum to the temple of the spiritual ego with the optic thalamus, the third eye. By this regenerative process, millions of dormant cells of the brain are resurrected and set in operation. And then the man no longer sees through a glass darkly, but see with the eye of spiritual understanding. You see that? Sees through a glass. The man no longer sees through a glass darkly, but with the eye of spiritual understanding. To those who object linking chemistry with astrology, the writer has to say the cosmic law is not at least distributed by negative statements or ignorant individuals. Those investigators of natural phenomena who delve deeply to find truth pay little heed to the dabblers. We're not worried about the people who are not understanding and coming into this knowledge, family. With that being said, let's get into Aries salt. Me and my brother about to get it into it right now, so break it out for them.
Aries salt, alright? So Aries, these are the 12 salts. These Aries is the Lamb of God, alright? And Aries takes place from what? March 21st to April 21st, family. Alright, this is the Lamb of God. So let's hear what they have to say. Astrologers have for many years waited for the coming discovery of the planet to rule the head of the brain of man, symbolizing in the grand man of the heavens by the celestial signs of the zodiac.
Alright.
Okay, so for a long time astrologers have been waiting, alright, for the grand sign to rule or overpower the grand man, Aries. Okay, regnant from March 21st to April 21st. This sign is also known as the Ram, or what? The Lamb of God. Alright? Angles of planet cause effects or influence. Because we understand that angles are what?
Angels. Right? So the different angles that, because remember when we say is above, so below, whatever the celestial bodies and the planets are doing
is projecting and influencing you.
Us below. So that's where you get different angles. That's where you get houses. When your planet or sign in different houses, you get different effects, projections from the angles or angels, or light. So let's keep on dropping it.
Okay, these are different angels or angles of light that cause effects or influences. Alright?
Let's get it.
The priesthood of the Middle Ages, wishing to control the ignorant masses, personify the influence of the planetary effects, positionings, or angles, and transpose the letters so they spell angel.
All right.
So again, we see that who were the people to take this,
the churches,
okay, to control the ignorant masses, the people that didn't know no knowledge of self,
for the people who don't understand,
had to rely on everybody to tell them everything because they have no knowledge of self. So these people, it says, were the people that the government the government was able to what? Control,
to eradicate. Because remember, these people call this paganism, but we're here to show you the universal oneness, the syncretism, which link all ancient texts and works back to the astrology, the philosopher. What is this? The philosopher's stone. This is King Arthur at the round table. That's the 12 disciples. That's Jacob's and the 12 kids. That's Ishmael and his kids.
All right.
That's the 12 tribes of Israel, family.
So if you have no knowledge of self, guess what you do? You rely on the government and everything to what? Teach you everything.
Teach you about yourself.
So then what? It says what? They're able to control the ignorant masses.
Make you think stuff literally.
Okay.
Make you look outside yourself.
And separate from the oneness, the universal oneness, or universal truth.
The truth, the unity within.
All right.
The ascension of the soul to meet Christ, to be Christian, to be Amen Ra, the Horus, Haru.
All right.
That's what we need to turn our letter
into gold, family.
All right, and these are the 12 mineral salts. That is going to be, so you're able to get your capstone.
All right.
To be perfect.
To be perfect.
So let's get into Aries. So we're going to be dropping presentations each time, Aries and Taurus today. So let's get into it. Let's get into the information overstanding, and let's overstand the knowledge of self and what love is.
All right.
We gotta understand about giving love. We understand the religion is division and how we got the religion through colonization, but we don't have to focus on that when we can focus on elevation.
Family, we trying to elevate.
That they live
behind these books,
that
hidden
people, the
in plain
authors,
sight.
the wisdom keeper. For you, they all talking about the same thing. Don't you see all these religions, India, Kemet, Egypt, China, that these people was obsessed with this knowledge, that they living in it, they living in their truth.
And we understand that what? Yes, the languages change, but the truth always remains the same.
Because remember, the language and words is just a container, a vehicle to carry
words of wisdom, of gift.
It's gonna come in different vehicles.
Okay.
But the wisdom gonna be what? The same.
Family.
It's always gonna be the same.
Because it's only one universal truth, only one universal law.
There's only one philosopher's stone. There's only one sun. There's only
one cycle.
The cerebrum and the cerebellum. You need to go up to the cerebrium. You need to go up to the head, the Aries, the Mount Zion.
All right, the land flow with milk and honey. All right, Mount Zion, where Moses went and got the 10 Commandments and be one with God, because the 10 Commandments in numerology is 1 plus 0, which is 1. So you become one with the divine source.
It's all about being one with the divine source, whatever you want to call it, the universe, nature, the natives call it natives, the great spirit, whatever it is. We want to show you how the syncretism between every culture, every society, because this is what they've been talking about. This is a hidden message. And we told you, we showed you the summer and winter solstice. We showed you the equinox. We showed you the traveling of the sun through the zodiac. We showed you all of this. Now we're showing you inside the mineral, the cell source, the Christ oil. It has to go up what? Jacob's ladder.
All right. What's Jacob's ladder?
The 33 vertebrates.
All right, and be crucified so you can what? Go up and see God.
Come on, be in the God consciousness, God realization of self. Bliss.
Blissed out.
All right. So that's the information we're breaking down. Let's continue with the Aries.
And you open up your 7th shield.
7th shield, the 7 chakras, 7 days, 7 seal.
God rested on what
7
day?
day. The Native Americans have what? 7 grandfathers teaching them the wisdom. The 7 wisdom. It's all about the 7s, the 9s, the 12s. The body's made of 12. The 12 building blocks, the 12 cardinal nerves in the brain.
All right, the four cardinal points, the 4 rivers in the river, you know, in the Garden of Eden.
You understand what I'm saying, family? That leads up to the Father, which is
solids, fire, earth, air, water.
And then you go what? Ether.
The
ethereal realm. To meet the Father,
after
which
you've got a baptism from fire.
You see, it's all a cycle and it's all esoteric wisdom that you need to start understanding, and that we sending your way so y'all could decode and do what you got to do for yourself. So let's continue with the Aries salt. So what is the first salt in Aries? Let's get that.
All right.
The first salt
in Aries. The first salt is Kali phosphate.
Let's get it.
All right. The Kali phosphate.
Let's read. Let's read the highlighted points that we picked out for you, family. Let's get it pushing.
The Kali phosphate is a special birth salt for those born between March 21st and April 21st. These people are brain workers, earnest, executive, and determined. Thus do they rapidly use up the brain vitalizer.
So you see, and you notice people, if you into astrology and horoscopes, you notice how people in Aries act.
All right, they use a lot of
brain. They work into that researchers. Work. All right, so peep the syncretism between that.
All right,
from the horoscope or Horus, the sun scope. Let's get it. Horizon. We breaking everything down here. Let's get it.
Okay. So when we was explaining about the false teachings, about them controlling the ignorant, okay?
All right, let's go.
With the false teaching of the church ingrained into the fiber of the brain of man.
It's ingrained. What's ingrained in the fiber of brain of man? Talk to the people, because a lot of people, a lot of our family out there is dealing with this.
Right. It's a false teaching, family.
It's blocking them from understanding.
It's all about the false teaching.
It's blocking them from
blocking you. That's what's keeping you separate.
It's called, look up the word cognitive dissonance, family. Look it up. Look up cognitive dissonance and understand why these people is not understanding. Why they're not understanding? Let's hear it again.
Why they not understanding?
Why these wild
false teachers of the church ingrained into the fiber of the brain of man?
It's ingrained from all the dramatic shit we've been through, family. All the dramatic situations and experiences
put us through.
The colonization, the hate, the systematic oppression.
And what they keep educating and re-educating you in the school system, in the church.
Indoctrinating you.
And this is called indoctrination, to keep you trapped, to keep you stuck, family.
So we're giving you that wisdom to elevate yourself.
So you can liberate yourself, liberate your mind, take off them locks, get them keys.
Right?
Throw them out.
Throw them out. They don't want you to understand this because you will have no fear of them.
All right, and once you understand that, you ain't gonna need the key no more, because what?
Because you are the key.
You are the key of life. Come on.
You are everything you've been looking for. Don't you know that? Don't you know that? This is, me and my brother, we do all the research. We dive into these books. Remember, we told you, don't be book worshippers. We relate to everything. We're not book worshiping. We doing our history. We experience. You gotta live it. You gotta apply it.
Exactly.
That's about reading book.
You gotta be one with it. So you can take full advantage of all the beautiful wisdom that the nature has awaiting for you.
Remember, we don't have no problem with people teaching their history, Kemet or India or Incas, or no problem. We have no problem with that, because it's empowering the youth, it's empowering the people.
It's giving them what?
Something to look up to. You feel me? You get that power. When my brother learned about Horus and we learned about all the Egyptian guys, it empowers you, right? It make you
gotta make you feel empowered, because that's your story.
That's your story. Just like I felt when I learned about Krishna and Ganesh and Shiva, it empowers me in my own way.
So we trying to show you that no matter what your story is, we trying to empower you.
You to find your story.
Your story. It don't matter which one.
It don't matter what story. So we don't mind people teaching about their story. It's cool, but there's no, every story is talking about the same thing. Every story is talking about the same thing.
Which
that
is
oneness.
why we come and we show the unity, the universal oneness.
So don't neglect what the Creator created for everybody. How you just gonna love one story and neglect everything else? You dealing with hate. You ain't dealing with that love frequency. You gotta be acknowledge yourself. If you have knowledge yourself,
you acknowledge that all these books and everything is the same. So there's no reason to hate.
And you would know if you have knowledge yourself who don't have knowledge yourself. You would know how to carry your heart like a life-giving sun. We've been telling y'all that.
Heart like a life-giving sun, and attract everything.
Attract and just give. Because once you give, the universe is going to bless you and
blessing you.
Bestow that. Every time you get a challenge, every time you going through, that's the universe testing you to see if you worthy of being level up.
If your light can become brighter or dim, your light might be dim right now.
Dim.
Okay? Your light has a possibility of becoming bright.
You might be going through the tribulation.
So bright that not even you or me would understand.
It's impossible to overstand that.
It's lying within you.
Super consciousness, family. That's what we're talking about. Mind. Cerebrum, the head, the top, the Aries, the first salt. As above, so below.
The 4 cardinal points. Come on.
Come on. This is
Ram, the right ascension of meridian.
The right ascension of meridian. Ram in Sanskrit is high.
High, Ram above.
Come on, we showed you in Chinese, Inca, Kemet, Mayan.
It don't matter which one you put in front.
Whatever, Native American, indigenous.
We're going to show you the syncretism.
We're going to show you the syncretism and to show you the love
elevation.
And light.
Once you love the wisdom, you see the elevation.
You're going to get the signs, you're going to get the test.
Exactly.
You got to see. You got to operate on the love frequency. And remember, there's one thing that you can't hide is that aura,
that energy that introduces you before you even introduce yourself.
That energy or the energy.
All right.
Shout out to the goddess that put us on. The energy.
Your inner God self.
You feel me?
Connect. Go up to the right hemisphere where who? The line of Judah is.
Your best self.
Your energy.
Mine.
Salute to the goddess, man.
You already know. So yeah, that's why we coming to this, drop that information for you.
Right.
Elevate yourself. So let's continue this great wisdom, man.
All right. So the coming of Christ. Okay.
What's this coming of Christ that everybody waiting for, the rapture? That we all gonna go up in the sky.
The coming of Christ at the end of the world has been what?
Preaching every corner. Every corner
you hear what?
For how much years now? Over 2,000 years.
Years and years.
But this is what? We live in this old age of doubting, believing.
But this is what? We believe. And we go into the age of knowing. Which the minds them left this beautiful knowledge that told us we was going to enter this age in 2012.
Which is the age of truth.
Which is the age of truth.
And what we just read in the Bible. Those who know the truth or anything of it must write, speak, and live it in this age. It's been said, because this world, we live in cycles of consciousness that grows and recedes. We said that. So it's a cycle. So this happened before.
Okay.
This is
once we understand that it happened before, then we know what's coming again.
We know what's coming. This is why Hermes Trismegistus, you can lead it back to top, that the ancient Egyptian sage. This is where they derived their knowledge from, the ancient. And there's no beginning to truth. Stop looking for the beginning.
There's no beginning to truth. There's only the beginning of man. But there's no beginning to truth and the cycles. So Genesis will be what? The beginning of
what? The beginning and the genealogy of Isis. The man. Talking about the body creation of the body. Right? And the stars, the celestial body and the body.
Influencing them. Okay?
Because you are star seeds. You have the planets inside of you. You have organs inside of you. You have the sun inside of you. You have a fire. We told you about the fire that intakes oxygen and gives out carbon dioxide.
All right.
Just like your body does. So let's continue with the Aries.
The octave thalamus, meaning what?
The third eye.
And the third eye is who? The light of the chamber, family.
The single eye that they spoke about in the Bible.
Single eye, the one that lights up the chamber.
What is a single eye?
All right. The single eye is the inner or third eye situated in the center of the head. It connects the pineal gland to the pituitary body. The optic nerve starts from this single eye.
Right?
Okay? If thin eye be single, thy whole body will be full of what? Light. So if your eye is single, if you know.
What is a single eye?
That we know that I know that I am. Okay?
That I am.
So once we know, your whole body will be full with what? With light. With salvation, with summer. Okay? After you've conquered darkness from the low mind, the low way of thinking, you bring summer up. Summer to your life. Okay?
Bringing salvation, bringing the springtime.
Okay.
Going through what? The darkness. Like the Hebrew Israelites went through the darkness.
Darkness.
Right?
And what they came on to the Passover land.
The promised land.
Promised land.
See that? So let's keep on breaking it down.
By this regeneration process, okay, it is lifted the initiated from this kingdom of earth, animal desires below the solar plexus, to the pineal gland that connects the cerebellum, the temple of the spiritual ego, with the octave thalamus, the third eye.
All right. To fill your body with what? To fill your body with that light.
All right. By this regenerative process, millions of dormant cells of the brain are resurrected and set in operation. And then man no longer sees through a glass darkly, but with the eyes of spiritual understanding.
Read that again for them one more time. They didn't hear that.
By this regenerative process, millions of dormant cells of the brain are resurrected and set in operation. They set in motion. These dormant brain cells that's been dormant, okay, the only way for you to wake them up is by rising the oil, rising the crystals.
Squander the oil, don't waste it.
All
from
right.
over sensation, over sex, over eating, over alcoholism,
Okay.
all that.
All that is low vibration stuff that destroyed the oil. You gotta rise up, make the oil rise so you can wake the dormant brain cells.
Right.
Okay? And once these dormant brain cells awaken, okay, the man no longer sees through a glass darkly because he's over to understand everything.
His body is filled with light.
His body is filled with light. The chamber is filled with light. Family? Alright?
Let's keep it going. Aries.
In the ancient lore, we known as the Lamb of God or God, which represents the head or brain. The brain controls the directs the body and mind of man. The brain itself, however, is a receiver operated upon the celestial influence or angels. Angels, again, we say was what? Angels, family. Angels of light. Angels of light. Okay? It's one and the same. And must operate according to the direct force or intelligence of its source of power.
Of power. So since you're speaking about light, I just remember something that came into mind. A quick gem before we continue. This is the ancient thought.
All right.
Ancient Egypt. This is
The ancient
quote.
thought.
This is a quote from Thought, right?
What
This is what it
Thought said?
says. Since you're speaking about light, it says the true student will read between the lines and gain wisdom.
Okay.
If the light is within you, the light which is engraved in these tablets will respond. Speaking about what? The emerald tablet of Hermes.
All
So
right.
if the light is within you, the light, or the esoteric hidden knowledge between, come over here, so the esoteric within, the knowledge within these books,
All right.
you will start seeing it. Because
your body will be full with light.
you'll be in tune, you'll be in that frequency, that vibration. Because
Exactly.
remember, it's for the ones with what?
Eyes to see and ears to hear.
Alright, so let's continue.
So man has been deficient in understanding because his brain receiver did not vibrate to certain subtle influence. So again, man has been deficient in understanding. Why? Because man ain't vibrating in order to receive the spiritual consciousness, the spiritual knowledge that the universe is waiting to give you. So you can't receive it if you're not prepared. You got to get the body prepared by proper deeds, by proper meditation, good deeds, good acts, good actions.
Not over sensation, don't over, you feel me, over alcoholism, or you feel me, over eating, stuff like that. You
so nature could rain these gifts, or Santa Claus could bring these gifts to you.
Because where Santa Claus come past the classroom.
The classroom. All right, the red chimney.
When he come down the chimney.
And coming from where? The North Pole. The North Pole is the head.
South Pole.
Coming down. Okay, giving them what? Presents.
Come on, that's their territory.
Right.
Presents to what? Rise up and meet Christ in the air.
And sometimes he gets stuck when he's going back up to the what? To the chimney, because what? There's representation of your oil being.
The wheels, the energy, the chakras it's not spinning. It's
so
clogged.
what? You may get left.
You may get left.
Or you might not ride your way.
You might not rise. Because remember, the oil comes down every day and you have to let it rise.
Exactly.
When you take yourself away from doing these stuff that we told you, it will be able to rise. But with all the acidity that you eating, all the over sensations, with all the food that you eating, with the bad deeds that you're doing, there's no possible way for it to rise. You're not getting the materials you need. You're not getting the capstone for your body.
You're not getting the proper minerals.
You're not getting the 9 minerals. You need the 12. What is the 12? Start looking into stuff so you can figure out what the 12 is.
Exactly. Syncretism. Remember syncretism. We always telling y'all to syncretize everything. Oneness, because everything is one.
In this new age, in this new world that's coming to be, there's gonna be new vibration, higher vibration. Your body got to be able to handle that.
So it's able to what? Receive
and elevate.
All right.
To rise
all
up.
the spiritual awakening, receive all the spiritual knowledge, so you can what? Rise up and be one with the vibratory frequency that all earth or all universe is working with. So you become one with nature. All right, family? So we got to start understanding.
So let's continue with the Aries, man. Let's continue.
Right? The attuned and did not respond, hence sin or falling short of understanding. So sin would be, in other words, what?
Without.
Short of understanding. You don't understand. You don't know.
You in darkness.
So
you in ignorance.
Darkness. You in ignorance. You got chains on you.
And if you have knowledge of yourself, you're supposed to be able to tell who don't have knowledge of themselves.
Exactly.
That's where your love, that's where your humbleness come into play. That's where your real test comes into play, to understand what am I going to do, how I'm going to react to this experience. You don't want to have over emotions either. Being over emotions is draining that energy, draining that essence, that oil essence.
Alright, and when we go into the Bible, in the Bible, Aries is who? Thomas.
Thomas.
Alright? Because Aries people are natural doubters until they figure things out for themselves.
So who is Aries in the Bible? Let's go one more time. Say it for the family.
Aries is who?
Thomas.
The disciple Thomas.
Thomas.
Alright?
Big T.
So that's enough we gave y'all on who? The ascension.
Aries. The first salt. What is the first salt's name?
The Cali phosphate.
Phosphate. And what is the crystal and what is the color for that one?
Okay, the crystal that belongs to Aries would be the amethyst and diamond.
The amethyst and diamond. So that would be the crystal for what? The Aries.
And the astral colors are what? Rose. And white. Rose pink and white. So
let's say that again, family. The Aries is the astral color is what?
Astral colors are white and rose pink.
The crystals.
And the crystal or the gems are amethyst and diamond.
Diamonds, right? So with that being said, that was a little information.
Close in with Aries, and now we're gonna try and move on now to
the cerebellum, the bull,
cerebellum,
the high brain, the low brain.
Remember, so now we're going down to the lower brain. Okay?
The neck.
Going down to the lower brain.
Because remember, family, you are an upside down tree.
Exactly, with the branches being where?
Where the roots being here, the branches being the bronco,
alright,
or the nervous system.
Throughout all your body.
You are upside down tree, so your roots are in your brain, and this is the branches.
Alright, responding to your whole body.
Alright?
We're taking life throughout your whole body. We're taking oil throughout your whole body.
The first thing that is developed within the human body is the spinal cord.
Exactly.
In the brain, the spinal cord, family, the Aries. The cerebellum, the cerebellum.
Alright?
That's the first.
Sarah and Abraham, Adam and Eve,
by the
dualities, all the dualities, you know, Jack and Jill.
Shiva, Osiris, Isis, Jack, Jill.
Went down a hill.
And next gem, quick gem, side note gem. We told you last time that Mercury, which will be Venus and Gemini, is Mercury is John in the Bible, right?
And John is always the closest to who?
The father, right? The son.
See?
Always closest to the
son. John is always in Gemini and Virgo.
Alright.
Mercury is ruled by Mercury.
And for my family out there who have knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita, when you look in front of it and you see, who you see? You see Arjun and you see Krishna.
Okay.
Right? So Arjun would be Mercury. Family, because Krishna is Christ.
Okay, June. And Arjun is June.
The winter, the summer solstice.
In Cancer.
Mercury. Always closer to the sun.
When it's transitioning on June 21st, it's coming out to it's giving you what? Summer. The season summer.
So Arjun and Krishna, Arjun will be John
or June.
June.
Alright?
Right?
Or June.
And Jesus will be Krishna.
Alright?
You understand what I'm saying, family? So let's have that understanding, right? Let's continue.
So we going out to the winged bull.
The winged bull.
Which is who?
What
Taurus,
you see what?
The bull.
I know you see the winged bull in what? You see the wing stop.
Exactly.
You see it in Red Bull.
Okay.
Stop peeping and see it.
And you always see who? The sun.
The sun in the middle.
The sun is in the middle of the two red
Rising.
bulls. Okay? These are the bulls. So there's the bull. Alright?
Let's get into it.
Remember, the cerebrum always trying to reach up to God, man.
Yeah. The cerebellum.
The cerebellum always trying to reach up to the cerebrum. Okay? to
That's
God,
what we showed
man,
you the
to
picture where the
consciousness.
man was pointing his finger to
Alright?
Adam.
So let's go and stand.
You want to reach from what? Your cerebellum
To
to
the
your cerebrum.
to
The
the
higher.
Heaven.
Alright? Heaven.
Heaved up. Alright? The ancients were what? What it says about Taurus. The ancients were not primitive men. There never was a first man nor a primitive man. Man is an eternal variety. The truth. Truth never had
That's
what?
a beginning. What we just told you. Read that one more time so they can understand that.
The ancients were not primitive men. There never was a first man, nor a primitive man. Man is an eternal variety. The truth. Truth never had a beginning.
And this is years and years of work.
Alright? The winged bull of 9 is a symbol of the great truth that substance is material air, and that all so-called solid substance. Continuing on in Taurus. Air is the raw material for blood. When it is drawn in or breathed in rather by the infinite alchemist to the blood vessel, it unites with the philosopher's stone.
The philosopher's stone. So what is the philosopher's stone? We just showed you. This is your body. This is the disciples. This is everything. The
that's
12,
your gem. That's your alchemy.
That's the 12 building blocks.
Alright?
Right? The philosopher's stone.
So it unites with the philosopher's stone. Minerals, salts, and in the human laboratories creates blood. So then the blood would be what? The elixir of life.
Yeah, the elixir of life, family.
Right.
So the blood is the elixir of life. So you gotta nourish the blood through the
Alright, you gotta change your oil in your car
salts.
so you can make the engine run good.
Right.
You gotta keep changing the oil, right? You gotta always go and get an oil checkup. Well, that oil will be your blood. You gotta constantly keep changing the blood.
And remember, it don't matter if the Mercedes is white or black, it came from the same factory.
Alright, it's gonna take the same oil.
Right?
It contains the same oil.
We're talking about ascension of the soul and spirit. We don't have time with genetics, right? We're on the higher frequency, so let's keep on going.
Right? Taurus is represented by the cerebellum or lower brain or neck.
Come on.
That's what is represented.
Which branches out. Which branches out from the roots. Remember, this is the root up here. It branches out from the neck, here the arms, leg, nervous system.
Alright? So one molecule of Taurus salt has the chemical power to take up and carry out of the system 2 molecules of water. Blood does not become overcharged with water from the water we drink, but from the atmosphere overcharged with aqueous vapor drawn from water in rivers, lakes, or swamps.
Okay, so
by the heat of the sun above 70 degrees in what? Shade. So 70 degrees is what? 7 again in numerology. Alright, going up to the highest point again, where the sun is. Alright? The more surplus water there is to be thrown out of the blood, the more sodium sulfate required. Also called bilious of material troubles are simply chemical effect or actions caused by deficient sulfate or soda. Chills and fevers are nature's method of telling you, in other words. Chills and fevers are nature's way of telling you, in other words, that you have too much water. Okay? Too much water inside you. So what nature do? Nature have to give you a fever and reheat your body so you can start sweating out all the over excess water that you have in. Okay? So this is nature's way of telling you, yeah, you have too much water inside you. So I gotta heat you up and make you sweat out all this water as a way of the same way you see it when the water is evaporation and it rains.
So everything has a process.
Alright, so everything is a process, everything is a cycle. The universal one is the connection.
So that's what we're going to be breaking down with all these salts, right? Remember, we have more salts to break down, fam. We have 8 more salts. How many more salts we got for the fam? We got 10 more.
10 more salts to break down.
Now
10 more mineral salts. And
for
again,
the body, for elevation. And for ascension, and from turning the lead into gold, from making our crystals all rise up into heaven. You can meet the Creator and be in one. And
with that, we're going to take a break. Thanks again for sharing the wisdom, the knowledge.
Thank you for the support that y'all been showing us online, on YouTube, on Instagram, everywhere.
And y'all know, spread the love vibration, man, and we going up again. to the new earth, the new age. Come on.
Me and my brother right here. Universal Oneness.
We locking out, alright? Universal Oneness. Peace and love.